Okay, hi, my name is Elsie Settle, 65 years old, grew up in Oak Cliff, Texas. Well, really, it's Oak Cliff. That's my hood now. I'm just joking. But anyway, I went to the doctor because I had a real bad cough. And they kept telling me, you have a COPD. At that time, I wasn't aware of what COPD was. Okay, I didn't research it. I was like, okay. His thing was, okay, you need to quit smoking, you need to quit smoking. Of course, people tell you that all the time, those who don't smoke. But to me, at that point in time, I enjoyed smoking. Let me tell you my journey on how I started smoking. My aunt had sent me to go get her a carton of cigarettes. When I went to get the carton of cigarettes, I got the wrong kind. My aunt was a mean old soul. She told me because I wasted my money, I had to smoke that whole carton of cigarettes. So I had smoked it because I was afraid of her. But I hid it from my mom. My mom didn't know I was smoking, but I was smoking. And then, I got addicted. And
How old were you, did you say?
I was like 19.
19?
Mm-hmm. And I was dating this guy that was working at a store called Repco in Oak Cliff. It was like CBS. It was called Repco, Skillings, or whatever it was. And he was stealing the cigarettes and selling them to my aunt and him. And so I started smoking the cigarettes because I was afraid of my aunt. I've been dealing with COPD since 2002. When they first diagnosed me with COPD, I didn't really understand the diagnosis or what it meant. As the years passed, I've learned that COPD doesn't have a cure. So I had to learn how to deal with it, and it took a while. I had to do a lot of research and everything just to find out how to deal with it.
So you say you've been dealing with COPD since 2002. What year is it now?
This year is 2025.
In what month?
This is July. At that point in time, I wasn't really aware of it. What happened was, I went to the doctor because I had a real bad cough. The cough was driving me crazy. And when I got there, he was like, oh, well, yeah, you have COPD. And I just knew I had COPD. I'm like, okay, so let me go look it up. When I went to go look it up, it says chronic obstruction pulmonary disease. Well, to me, that was like foreign because I wasn't really thinking about pulmonary as being your lungs. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what, that's for my lungs. And that comes from smoke, because the doctor kept saying, well, you need to quit smoking, you need to quit smoking. Of course, I enjoyed smoking, so I didn't stop.
Now I want to know, why are you looking like this? Now I want to know just who you are as a person before we get into your condition. Who is Elsie for someone who doesn't know you?
Okay. If you don't know Elsie, then let me tell you about Elsie. Elsie played too much. She's always laughing. She's always in good spirits.
I just farted.
Okay, Dad just farted.
There's no state.
Well, no, Elsie is a person that you can always catch her in the jolly mood. And every time you see her, she's going to be talking to somebody, just talking. She don't care if a stranger, no stranger. Everybody's her friend. Everybody, even though they're not really friends, but she's going to give them some type of advice. And that's what Elsie does. Wherever she goes, she leaves a mark. I have met so many people over the years, I can't even really remember all the people that I've met, but they remember me, and somehow or another I've impacted their lives. Okay, so
tell us something unique about you. Like, what's a hidden talent that no one knows you have, or a talent that you have?
a talent that I have is being able to not judge. I don't judge anyone for what they've done, what they've been through, or what they're going through. If someone asks me something, I'm going to give my advice. It might not always be the honest advice, but it's going to be an advice that maybe they can take with them,
Okay, what about something you like to do for fun?
What I used to like to do for fun, play bingo. I learned to play bingo with my mom, and that was something that I liked to do. If I wasn't playing bingo, I was playing cards, we were playing tonk. We did some kind of gambling. Okay? And in between that, I have 4 daughters, beautiful girls, and I was pretty strict. I think I was. But I did what I had to do. We had to ride the bus downtown to go to work, and they went in the wind going around downtown buildings. Man, we we made it. How we made it? By grace of God. God helped us through. You know, I was trying to drop them off at school on the bus, and coming from Garland, coming from wherever we were. They went to school in Oak Cliff at Lisbon, which was actually, it's called Holland now, but it used to be Lisbon High School. Lisbon Elementary, I'm sorry. And we would have to, you know, ride the train or ride the bus to get someone to drop us off. You know, go to school and go back and pick them up, and it was a lot. But we did it. And, you know,
What school did you go to?
I went to 3 different schools. My first school was John 23rd, which was a Catholic school located in Oak Cliff on Sainer in Hollandale. And then I went to a school called Holy Cross, which is located over in the hood, over by the pinks, the browns, the orange, the greens, the yellow, and Singing Hills. And then after that, I went to Bishop Dunn. And Bishop Dunn, I got pregnant at the age of 17, and then I ended up having to come out of Bishop Dunn and go to Roosevelt, well, graduate from Roosevelt, via Pearl C. Anderson, and that's where my life began as a mother, and that's where my life began as a smoker. If I had to do it all over again, I would never ever do it all over again. It took me a long time to quit.
How long would you say?
I smoked for almost 40 years. It took me the last 7 or 8 years to quit.
If you could give advice to anyone right now, young, old, or anyone that is a smoker, even if someone's not a smoker but they're thinking about it, what advice would you give them?
Don't do it. You're gonna be toothless. You're gonna be hurt. I mean, even though, you know, some people, you don't even have to smoke to get COPD. You can be around people that smoke and get COPD, or it could be genetic. You know, because my grandmother had it, and then I have a couple cousins that had it along with them. They, you know, lung cancer spread. They did the treatments. You know, it was a lot. And tuberculosis, that's another thing that comes with smoking. So you have to really, really think about, the tobacco and dealing with that smoke, the cigarettes. But at that time, I thought it was cute. We were smoking. We thought it was cute. Me and my cousin Pam and I. We didn't have no business smoking cigarettes, but we was. We just thought it was cute to have a glass of water and smoke cigarettes. I thought we was wrong. Up in the club, everybody. You know,